Oh,
A little bit.
Corona kiss. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome, and it is morning time, and we are in day of what of our social distancing, quarantine, isolation, coronavirus.
197th.
That's the way it must feel to everyone now, and yes, but we're all going to get through it, and I wanted to have Natalie come out and give you a really quick but yummy recipe. This is probably the reason we've been married 25 years. I'm not gonna lie. Is this recipe of a buttermilk batter that you could use for many purposes. And today, what are we gonna make out of it?
We're gonna make waffles, because that's my favorite.
I gotta get my coffee.
And we're gonna make pancakes for Jonathan.
I'm a pancake guy.
Later on, you might see a corn dog.
Ooh, very nice. I like that for lunch. That's pretty much the way we're eating during this whole. I don't know how many pounds I've gained over this last few weeks, but hey,
we won't talk about it.
You know, I'm just trying to get through the end of the world. So there you go. So don't blame me.
So you've got your coffee, and next on the agenda, bacon.
Oh, that's right. We have to have a side of bacon. We all have new gadgets. There's all kinds of new ways of cooking. Instapots. Back in the day, it was crock pots. Steamers. There's different ways of steamers. And now air fryer is a really popular invention. And so I'm going to do bacon in an air fryer kind of a contraption that it won't stink up the house full of bacon. Now, I like a house with bacon stink going on all day, but my wife not so much. So this is the Ninja Foodie, and it acts as an Instapot. There's another lid for that. It acts as an air fryer, steamer. You can make stews in it. You can do everything, and really quickly as well. So it's kind of cool. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to make bacon in an air fryer if you have one. So going over to the fridge.
So the selling point to me was that hamburgers, anything like that he makes, there is a zero smell in the house. So you don't get that residual smell going on. Have you noticed that Corona has caused us to have to move back and forth in the kitchen?
We're gonna wash our hands first, of course. I hope everyone is continuing to be safe, and please stay indoors if you can. Only go out for essentials. Wash your hands left and right, and let's try to starve out this virus and not give it a good home to breed, okay? Because we need to get rid of this thing. All right, so in an air crisper air fryer, you have a basket that will help crisp food up, and all you do is you just take your bacon, and I'll lift this up to the camera in just a minute. It's just going to take 1 second, and you just hang the bacon over the sides of your basket. It's that simple.
Now, because we're doing waffles this morning, he chose a maple bacon.
Yeah.
So it's going to go really
So as you can see, there's my bacon hanging over the sides. I just put it inside of the chamber, just like that. Close the lid, turn it on. I put on the air fryer setting. I'm going to take the temperature down to 330. And because that's not that much bacon, believe it or not, for me, I'm a meatitarian. I'm going to only cook it for 10 minutes, and then we'll just take a peek at that and see if it's done. I hit the start button, boom. There's that.
All right, so I'm going to help you with your batter for waffles and for pancakes. So it's an old recipe that I've had for quite a while, so we're going to start with 1.5 cups of flour, just regular old flour. And then we've got, in this I put everything together. It's 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So, and of course, as we've done before in our YouTube videos, we'll make sure that the recipe is in the comments section. So just
in the notes.
Or in the notes. So just a little stir of that. This is 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Woo-hoo! We said buttermilk, and yes. This is 2 eggs beaten with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then this is 1.5 cups of buttermilk.
So you just put everything in at once, dry and liquid, before you
Yeah, the only thing I did was lightly put the dry ingredients, just so that the salt isn't all in one spot.
Exactly. Now, quick pro note: you may not have buttermilk in your fridge. You haven't had a chance to run out to the store. The stores are all lined up. Blah 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 blah. You can make a quick buttermilk with the milk that you have in your refrigerator. It's so simple.
Okay.
You take one very small cup of milk. It could be 2%. It could be whole. It could be. It can even be cream. And then put 1 tablespoon of either white vinegar or 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Mix it all together. The key: let it sit 5 to 10 minutes. It'll start to curdle. Don't throw those curdles out. That's what will help. And use that in place of buttermilk. And it's not quite as fluffy and tangy, but it will do the job in a pinch.
Excellent. Okay. Well, now we've learned something new today.
I've learned that I drank my espresso too fast.
Just washing my hands one more time because of the eggs. All right. So
I'm gonna let me drizzle down for you.
I used the whisk until it's pretty smooth. You might see the odd lump in it, but that's fine. So we have 2 contraptions here, and John is a little bit of a gadget guy. So we've got our waffle maker, and then we've got a griddle. If you are making pancakes on the stove, just put a little bit of nonstick spray in any kind of a nonstick pan, and you're great with your pancakes. So I'm going to make my waffles, and I've already preheated. Just a little bit of spray is all we need. The catch for me is to not make this run over. We'll see how that goes. Flip it, and it's going to ring at me, beep at me in a few minutes. And then, of course, we'll do some pancakes here for Jonathan. If I was fancy, I'd do some kind of a shape, maybe a Mickey Mouse, but I'm not that fancy today. Alrighty, and we're in the waiting mode. So do you know how to know when your pancakes are ready? I'm assuming. You should get little bubbles in your batter, and then they're ready to turn. This griddle runs a little bit hot, so we're going to see how well it cooks them when they're ready to turn. So I've got everything ready to go. Fresh fruit. So if you were worried about all the butter and buttermilk, well, we've got some fresh fruit for us. We're quarantined together, so that's fine. We've got pure, I'm sorry for you people that aren't from New Brunswick, we've got some pure maple syrup here. And we've got some real whipped cream, and of course some good old butter. Okay, so our waffle looks pretty good. So nice, fluffy, light.
Hot.
A little bit hot. So I'm going to fix up my waffle while you're waiting on your pancakes there.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, I know, but there's some perks. It's my recipe, right?
But I'm a fat man. I need to eat right now.
I think you're going to be okay. All right, so I've got my fruit. A little bit of pure maple syrup. If I overdo it, I'll get in trouble with the parents out there. So. And wait.
I'm just showing it off.
Whipped cream.
Very nice.
So that's my breakfast. How are your pancakes coming along there, Jonathan?
I still don't see the little dots yet.
You don't see enough of the bubbles, so let's see. Give this a shot. You're eyeing my waffle.
No, it's okay. I just want to see you enjoy it. Now tell them how good it is.
And the waffle maker has a lot of different settings. I like my waffle light, just like I like my toast. Everything else, I don't like any burnt. I'm picky that way. So yeah, light, airy. You definitely can taste the butter in it, and that's a good thing.
I think the pancakes might be close.
plate.
Look at that. Just a beauty.
So let's get you your plate. And Jonathan has a really great product here that he uses. It's a sugar-free maple syrup, also Canadian made, and it's got a really nice taste, doesn't it?
Love it.
So he's a big fan of that. So there's yours, and I know he likes buttered on his pancakes.
The cool thing about the crispers is that you can open in mid-cook just to make sure that it's going well. Smell that maple. Mmm. All
Very nice.
right. I'm going to add another minute to it. And grab my coffee.
Aren't
All
you
right.
all fancy?
So we'll be back. I'm going to have my pancakes here and enjoy the nice crispy bacon with it. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you what to do with that leftover batter for a nice, quick, and easy lunch for your kids. So we'll be right back. So we were going to show you a video of me eating my pancakes and bacon, but it really was morning. It really was my breakfast, and I was hungry. So I kind of ate everything before we got a chance to film, but I put a picture of what it looked like up there for you. So
Okay,
there you
good.
go. So you have some leftover batter.
Come on, what are we gonna have for lunch? That's what quarantine's all about.
Corona time! So what you do during a pandemic is you eat a lot. And so this is the leftover batter that she made, the buttermilk batter. And we said that you can do more things with it. So what I did is I went and got yummy hot dogs.
Okay, hot dog haters, use your turkey dogs if you like.
Anyways, so, and then you can show them the
Yeah, just some skewers from the dollar store, or you might have skewers for your barbecue.
I have a fryer over there set up at 350 degrees. You just bloop the dog right in there, swirl it all nice and around like that. See that? And then you just come over to your fryer. Like I said, 350 degrees. Set it in there gently. Kind of give it a little bit of a twist. And the reason I like these skewers is they're so long that you can actually stay at the fryer and not have to drop them and clip them. So you can just stay with it. All right, so now I can let that go. I'm gonna come dip these ones as well. Right on. Give it a little spin.
You're gonna love these. The buttermilk batter, it just seems to have a little hint of sweetness to it, but of course, some of you might like to add some real maple syrup to it as well.
I'm just gonna do 2 at a time
Okay.
because the space in here, I don't want them to start congealing next to each other.
And safety.
So what are some of the toppings?
Ketchup. Some people like mustard. I'm not a fan.
I've seen people use ranch. I've seen
Yes.
people, and then we have one of our decorators at Monkey Cakes, and one of our best friends. Her name is Terry. She's weird.
Oh, she'll drench in maple syrup.
Maple syrup, but
And-
hey, no.
Oh, it's so good because think of it. You're using buttermilk batter, which is like what you use for waffles and what you use for pancakes. So you remember how you had maple flavor in your bacon, John?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of maple flavor with your hot dog, which is of course the same taste profile. So maybe it's not as weird after.
All right, I'll stop judging. So one of these has a really cool little hat.
Okay.
You can see he looks like a wizard.
How are they coming along?
Coming great.
Oh, they look yummy. So you just want to get them a little bit golden brown because of course your hot dogs, well, they don't take very long to cook in there. You're just trying to get the doughiness cooked through on the outside. So, oh, they look delicious, John.
I'm gonna get a paper towel for drip onto you.
Awesome.
All right, so there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the same batter, we've made amazing, amazing pancakes. They were so delicious and fluffy. You had
waffles with fruit and whipped cream and maple syrup.
And if you can wait till lunchtime, you can have a corn dog.
Yes. So here we go. Little bit of drizzle of maple syrup. We've got some ketchup there. And both together, yes, most definitely.
So that's it, guys. I hope you've had fun with us this morning. And remember, please stay safe. Enjoy the time with your family. We're complaining about we never have enough vacation time. We never have enough downtime. It's such a rat race. We have to work. Now, for some reason, the earth has said, hey, let's slow down and enjoy each other for a while. So
that's right. For our essential workers, people who are still going out there, stay safe. We really appreciate you. Healthcare workers, grocery store workers, pharmacy workers.
Gas station.
Everybody who still is out there. And then, of course, a number of people are able to work from home. And so, again, we thank you for staying home and staying out and just keeping self-isolation.
Please do that. Doesn't matter if there's an edict in your local government or not. Stay home. Just please. Especially if you're feeling healthy. Cheers. God bless.